Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the October 20th, 2025 regular meeting of the Union County Board of Commissioners. I move that the board, nope, that is not the right one. We will begin the meeting with an invocation. If you would like to join me, please bow your head. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this beautiful fall weather that you have blessed us with. Thank you for this incredible county, Sweet Union. Thank you for every citizen that resides in this county and for the ways that they give back to all of us. Thank you for our state and this incredible country that we live in. We pray for your hands to always be over us, to guide and protect us with strength and courage and wisdom in everything we say and do, to be your hands and feet. It's in your name that I pray. Amen.
Amen.
If everyone please stand. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The next item on the agenda is informal comments from the community. I believe we have one person signed up. Each speaker must address the board from the lectern and begin their remarks by first giving their name and stating whether they are residents of Union County, indicating the municipality within which they reside, if any. Each speaker will have 3 minutes to make remarks. A tone may sound at the conclusion of your remarks. A speaker may not yield any of his or her time to another speaker. Speakers may not discuss matters which are subject of public hearings, and they must be courteous in their language and presentation. Restatements or repetitive comments by the same speaker, whether at the same or separate meetings, may be ruled out of order and terminated by the chair. Personal attacks will not be tolerated. Speakers may leave written comments and/or supporting documents, if any, with the clerk to the board. We have one person signed up. That is Joel Down.
Good evening, boards, commissioners, county manager, county attorney, and staff. Thank you for letting me speak this evening. I first want to start by welcoming Mr. Sides back to the board. You have been very much missed on this board, and it's great to see you back here. I want to talk about the grant applications that staff has presented you all with in today's consent agenda. I want to thank staff for doing their best to look for those grants that from the state and from the federal government that this board can approve, so that they can save the taxpayers of this county money. And obviously one of those is the transportation grant that is on there, and then also the Meals on Wheels, as Mr. Sides has been very much pushing for funding for that type of thing. And I know that's been a big thing within the county. I've been looking down near the Human Services building and saw the signs for the volunteers. And so if you're out there and have time, come out and volunteer with those types of things. But I just want to thank staff for all that they do for this county and looking for those grants. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Are there any other speakers who have not signed up to speak who wish to speak? We move on. The next item on our agenda is item 25-624, public hearing regarding step 4 economic development incentive grant to McGee Corporation, Project Canopy. I will open the public hearing and recognize Ron Nell, our economic development director, for comments.
Madam Chair, Commissioners, Manager Matthews, I want to thank you for allowing me to bring before you tonight an economic development incentive grant request for McGee Corporation, otherwise referred to as Project Canopy. McGee Corporation is a fourth-generation manufacturer of steel frame canopy systems used at fueling stations and other custom architectural applications. The company is headquartered in Stallings, where it's been in business since 1961. So that's 64 years. They'll be celebrating 65 years in business next year, right here in Union County. They currently employ 163 people, of whom 50% are Union County residents. These employees earn an average annual wage of $63,000 plus full benefits. McGee Corporation's business has grown to a level where they have simply outgrown their current building. Their goal is to find a location where they can build a modern, efficient facility that will accommodate their business growth for not only the years to come, but decades to come. To accomplish this goal, McGee Corporation is considering the purchase of 60 acres of Union County-owned land located south of Gold Mine Road near the Charlotte Monroe Executive Airport. The project's anticipated capital investment is approximately $40 million, which is a combination of land, a new 360,000 square foot building, and new production equipment. The project is also expected to retain its current 163 full-time jobs, as well as create 35 new jobs within 3 to 5 years. The company has indicated that incentives are a very important factor for this project. Therefore, tonight, we are asking your consideration of a Step 4 Economic Development Incentive Grant in an amount not to exceed $696,000 paid over 5 years beginning in fiscal year 2028. The grant will be based upon the Union County Tax Office's appraised value each year on the company's anticipated investment of $40 million in land, building construction, and the new production equipment, and the retention of all its existing jobs. Based on this investment and holding all other factors constant, including depreciation, the company would pay estimated ad valorem taxes on the new taxable investment of $868,000 over that same 5-year grant period. Of course, actual tax revenue to Union County will be based on the current tax rate applied to the assessed value of the investment each year. Therefore, given the parameters of this opportunity, the Union County Economic Development Department recommends the award of this Step 4 performance-based economic development incentive grant to McGee Corporation in an amount not to exceed $696,000 to help secure this $40 million investment and its related jobs. At this point, it's my pleasure to recognize two gentlemen who are with me. Swede McGee is President of Manufacturing, and his brother Todd McGee is President of Operations at McGee Corporation. They're available to answer any questions you might have on the project, as am I. With that, thank you.
Commissioners, do you have any questions? Do you
No,
have any
ma'am.
questions? No? Okay. I just want to say thank you for being here tonight, and thank you for everything you've done for our community over the years. We're happy to have you here tonight. We do not have any speakers signed up for this public hearing. Is there anyone here that did not sign up that wishes to speak? Hearing none, I will close the public hearing. Next on the agenda is item 25-660, Board of Elections Employees Earn National Certification. I will recognize Kristen Holloway, our Elections Director, for this item.
Good evening,
Good
Madam
evening.
Chair, members of the board, Mr. Manager, staff. I am not Kristen Holloway.
You are not. We noticed that.
My name is Chris Duggan. I am the current chair of the Union County Board of Elections. It's with my honor to request that this board recognize the Union County Board of Elections for earning an honorable mention in the U.S. Election Assistance Commission 2024 Clearinghouse Awards Program. This was an award provided to the Union County Board of Elections by the Commission in its recognition of their successful and engaging I Voted sticker campaign. This campaign showcased innovation in voter research or outreach and civic engagement. The Union County's sticker contest earned high marks from an independent panel of judges comprising of current and former election officials, EAC commissioners, and members of the EAC advisory boards. Across the United States, there were 53 jurisdictions that received these honorable mentions, along with 44 jurisdictions who actually received the awards. The 53 jurisdictions comprised of not only small counties, but states at large. This is a very high award, a high honorable mention for the county. Each year, the EAC honors outstanding achievement in the election administration through the Clearinghouse Awards. Established under the Help America Vote Act of 2022, the EAC serves the National Clearinghouse for election information, and the awards are a key part of that mission. The awards recognize innovation, sustainability, outreach, cost-effectiveness, replicability, it took me a while to pronounce that, replicability, and the positive impact. As such, I'd respectfully request that this board recognize the Union County Board of Elections for its honorable mention by the EAC. Thank you.
Got this for you to take out there. You want to have your folks come up, Kristen?
Who's that person? Come on up, get your picture taken. Come on in.
There's no yellow line.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sharon and Candace, go ahead and stay. How about having them stay up here? Let's do the photo. Give this to Candace and Sharon. Yes.
What's that?
Thank you.
What's the yellow line?
Yeah.
Yellow line.
Excellent. Excellent.
Madam Chair, if I may, just to acknowledge this award. This award is given to Sharon Jordan and Candace Lopez by the Certified Elections Registration Administration, or CERA. This is given to both of these individuals were designated as Certified Elections Registration Administrators, the highest professional achievement in a ceremony conducted by the Election Center on August 22nd, 2025. CERA designation is achieved through a multi-year course of study taught by the Auburn PA or MPA faculty and conducted Election Center's professional education program. The program promotes and supports continuous improvement in the administration of elections and voter registration research, professional education, conferences, networking, and consulting. Ms. Jordan has been employed by Union County since 2018 and Ms. Lopez since 2014. Both have earned the North Carolina Elections Administrator designation, are members of the National Association of Election Officials, which is comprised of voter registers and election administrators throughout America and the U.S. territories. And I thank you for that honor for those members.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We get a little nervous when we see Juanita. Make sure, is my paperwork in?
Yes.
Did I forget something? So happy to have you here tonight, and we know that you do a very, very good job over at the Board of Elections, and I'm very pleased for you to receive this recognition tonight, especially a national recognition. So keep up the great work. We depend on you. Okay. The next item on our agenda is 25-661, Board of, I think we've already done that, haven't we? Skipped over that one. Let me skip that one. Now it's time for consideration of the agenda and the consent agenda. Are there any motions regarding requested revisions or amendments to either consent or business?
No.
Madam Chair?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and make the motion that we approve the items listed on the consent agenda.
Okay. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Very good. We are now at the business portion of the agenda. The first item up for business is 25-626, consideration of the Step 4 Economic Development Incentive Grant to McGee Corporation, also known as Project Canopy. I wish to recognize Ron Mell, our Economic Development Director, for this item.
Again, Madam Chair, Commissioners, be happy to answer any questions that you might have on the project.
Are there any questions or comments?
Ma'am, I'd just like to offer a motion to approve.
Okay, all those in, Commissioner Helms.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Chair. Nothing, I'm certainly for the motion. Just a couple of comments. So first of all, I want to say thank you to the McGee Corporation, number one, for being here, but again, just to echo our chair's comments from earlier, you know, the great job that you guys do for Union County. So we appreciate that. The fact that you guys are fourth-generation family-owned, you know, right here in Union County, that's great. That's great for us. It's great, you know, for our communities. So just want to say thank you, and I'll be in support of the motion.
Absolutely. Any other comments? Okay, Commissioner Baldwin?
My comment's a little off the wall. So I knew Richard and Charles, well, I know Richard and knew Charles, and Todd and Swede. I'm trying to figure out the 4 generations. How,
Our father and grandfather started together, so it was kind of like 1 and 2 started together. And my son works there now.
gotcha, all right.
And our uncle Kevin has 3 kids there now.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
great.
We have them in training.
Excellent.
It's a well-known entity and part of the core of this county, and we cannot thank you enough for this new opportunity, and we're excited for you. If there are no other comments, all those in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Here we go. We're going to keep them here in Union County. And I will recognize Dennis Moser. Thank you for being here, and thank you for sticking with us to see this through to the end. I now want to recognize the county manager for his comments.
Oh, no. I think
No?
It's 25-642 land preservation.
Okay. Our next item of business is item 25-642, Union County Land Preservation and Easement Program Update. I want to recognize Alan Aldridge, our Soil and Water Conservation District Director, for this item. Flip too many pages.
I'd be happy to leave early.
I knew it was a short agenda.
Okay, we ain't gonna restart it now.
No.
That'll be a bad time.
Don't restart.
Madam Chairman, Commissioners, we're excited to give you an update on the Land Preservation and Easement Program. We haven't been here since February, but we've had a lot of things going on with the Soil and Water District. So since it's been since February, we'd like to give you, an update on some of the previous board actions. So in the November 6th of 2023, The board approved the Union County Soil and Water Conservation District to we're not even up, sorry. We will pause.
Can you see it on your screen?
Yeah, I'm good on this screen.
Commissioners, can you see it on your screen?
Yeah, we can.
Yes,
We're good?
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, so again, November 6, 2023, approved the district to hold land conservation easements. You adopted Budget Amendment 14, appropriating the county's general fund unassigned fund balance in the amount of $969,000 to be used to purchase those easements. And in the February 3rd, 2025 meeting earlier this year, you adopted the Union County Land Preservation and Easement Ordinance. And following that, we accepted 2 easements in the amount of $721,000 for purchase. Those are our pilot projects that we were excited to get through this board. And then we adopted Budget Amendment 22, appropriating the county's general fund's unassigned fund balance in the amount of $885,000 for future conservation easements. So with that, we had our first cycle application period. We opened this cycle at the end of June. It ended August 8th. We sent postcards to all the voluntary ag district holders. Then we also sent postcards to people that we thought were interested that came to the office. In that 7-week period, we had 28 applications for the program, over almost 1,200 acres and $7.3 million worth of requests. So after the August 8th deadline, staff ranked the applications, and 4 projects were selected for consideration. At the August Soil and Water Conservation District Board meeting, the Soil and Water District Board approved the 4 projects to be taken to the Board of County Commissioners for consideration. And then at the September Ag Advisory Board meeting, the Ag Advisory Board approved the 4 projects to be taken to the Board of County Commission for consideration. So with that, we're going to bring 4 easements to you for consideration tonight. The first easement is 90-2026-001. It is a 43-acre farm off of Lansford Road. It is 37 acres of forest land, 6 acres of grassland. It is currently in the voluntary ag district. And this is a 91% donation easement, so we are only purchasing 9%, or having to pay for 9%. So the total conservation easement value is $282,000. Like I said, a 9% purchase. The purchase cost is $25,380, and the donation value is $256,620. So we're really excited to see a heavy donation easement like this. So this is the easement. It's off of Lansford Road and Little Sleepy Hollow, mainly forest land. The next easement, 90-2026-002, is 65 acres off of Old Gold Mine Road. It is 100% forest land. It has 1,000 feet of creek frontage on Salem Creek. It is also in a voluntary ag district, and this is a 50% donation. Total easement value is $576,000. Purchase cost $288,250 with the same donation value. So here's a map of it. The Salem Creek is on the west side, Old Gold Mine on the east side. The third easement tonight is easement 90-2026-003. This is 65 acres adjacent to the other easement off of Old Gold Mine. It is 100% forested like the other, and it is also in a voluntary ag district. This is a 50% donation easement like the last. Total conservation easement value is $631,700. Purchase cost and donation cost or value is $315,850. And again, Old Gold Mine is on the east. No creek frontage on this property. The last easement is easement 90-2026-004, 55 acres off of Belt Mill Road. It is 100% forested also. It is, again, in the voluntary ag district, and it is a 50% donation. Total conservation easement value is $631,000. It is a 50%, like I said. Purchase cost $315,850, as well as the donation. You can see this is southeast of Belt Mill Road, down 601 south of Monroe. So tonight, we have a few actions that we're requesting. The action is to approve the allocation of funds from budget 10115410, 5630-1115 for the purchase of easement 90-2026, 001, 002, 003, and 004 for the amount of $854,180, and to accept these easements into the Land Preservation and Easement Program. Is there any questions on any of these easements? I know I went through them very quickly. Would be more than happy to talk through anything.
Alan, can you give the board just a general idea of how much money will be left in the program if they accept all of these easements?
So with this, we are allocating around $30,000 for each easement for transactional costs, surveying, environmental assessments, appraisal, legal work. On top of that, we have set aside $100,000 in case any donations come in. Like one of our previous pilot projects, it was 100% donation. So we've set $100,000 aside just in case there's any projects that come before us that we don't want to miss out on. So $100,000 we'll have left, but hopefully in January, February, we'll be asking for some more money from PEV rollback money so we can fund more projects. An update on the two pilot projects. They're all going through the survey and appraisal work right now. So hopefully by the first part of next year, we'll have those closed.
Excellent.
I would like to go back to the Gold Mine Road.
Gold Mine Road.
Um,
Which one, the first or second one?
The first and second. Did you say those were adjacent? Or
Those are adjacent.
Okay. So it's this middle one and the one beneath it?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. So the one above is going to remain with the current owner?
They're
or
all going to remain with the current owner. These are two.
Right. They all remain with the current owner.
Mhm.
So you just answered my next question. Is all of this owned by the same person?
It is not.
It is not, okay.
So they ranked higher because they were adjacent. So we're trying to get these properties in as close a proximity as possible. Obviously, we've only got two right now that are in the program, so we didn't have many to go off of, but the more we can piece these together, they'll rank higher in our application.
Okay, so just for clarification, the first one in the middle is owned by a different person than the one at the bottom.
That's
Those are
correct.
two different owners.
Two different owners.
Is the one north owned by either one of those owners, or is that a third owner?
That is a different owner.
A third owner?
I'm not aware of
Okay.
who owns it.
Okay. Okay. Are there any other questions that the board
No.
has for any of this?
Madam
Yes.
Chair.
Commissioner Helms.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm glad that Chair Merrill brought that up, and thank you for the explanation, because as I was looking through our packet, I noticed that these two properties, and it seemed as though they were adjoining properties. But I think that's great. I think it's great that you guys consider that in your ranking, because, right here, you've got 130 acres, just over 130 acres that are there contiguous together. So the other thing that stuck out to me in the information that we were presented, Alan, was something that you touched on earlier, and when you began the presentation, is that you said that we received 28 applications, correct?
That's correct. In
So the-
7 weeks.
So demand's not slowing down.
No.
That's a good problem to have.
Yep.
So thank you for the work that you guys do. Appreciate that.
And just so that we're completely transparent, I want to go back to some of the final comments that were made. So our current balance is $969,000 plus or minus a little bit more. And if these three are approved tonight, that would leave us about $115,000.
So these four are 854,000.
Uh-huh.
There's four.
Okay.
So the remainder after transactional cost will be around $100,000. We
Okay.
can send you out the budget if y'all would like into the future.
And that 100,000 is before or after that $30,000?
That's after.
Is after?
That's correct.
Okay. So we'll have about 100,000 left over
Finish out the fiscal.
after, if this passes?
That is correct.
Okay. Okay, I wanted to clarify if that 30,000 each was included or not. So thank you for that clarification. Are there any other questions?
No.
Okay.
Madam Chair, I'll make the motion that we approve the allocation of funds from, you know what, we're just going to make this easy. I'll make the motion that we approve the requested action on this item. And we've got two of them there, so both actions. So again, my motion would be that we approve the requested actions, plural, for this item. Thank you.
Okay. Any comments, questions?
No, ma'am.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, now I will recognize the county manager for comments.
Very good. I do actually have just a couple of things. I often get questions from some board members as well as the public about any impacts that we may see to our budget and our operations related to the federal shutdown, as well as the state not having an officially adopted budget. And what I can say is the impacts of those are not really seen at this point in time. I'm not saying that we will not have impacts, but we're not noticing those at this particular time frame. So business as usual, we're doing our normal activities. There could be impacts, and we will certainly bring that information to the board as that becomes more noticeable to us. But I did want to make sure that the board understood that right now we're operating as is. I'm not seeing any changes at this point. Thank you very much.
So unlike the federal shutdown, where you can't even get in the front door, we are still open for business and operating as normally as possible, to your knowledge.
Yes, that's correct.
Do you have any information through any of your sources as to the nature of the impasse at the state level in passing a budget? Has there been any kind of communication as to the sticking points or what the holdup, why we don't have a budget?
I'm not aware of what the circumstances are.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to start with commissioner comments, and I'm going to let Commissioner Gary Sides go first. Welcome. So glad to have you here tonight.
It's great to be here. Thank you all for coming out tonight. I wish you all a safe trip home and an enjoyable remainder of your evening. And thank you what you do for Union County.
Thank you. Commissioner Brian Helms.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just want to thank Mr. Aldridge for being here. Thank you for your presentation. You know, this is something that we've talked about a few times on this board, this program, this conservation easement program, and I think that it's a very good thing in what we're doing. You know, I've been supportive all along. We have to take measures to try to protect the agricultural character of our county, and this is a good way to do that. And so thank you for the work that you guys are doing. Thank you to our speaker tonight, Mr. Down. It's always good to have you in the building. Thank you for your comments. Other than that, just, you know, again, thank you to our Board of Elections folks. What a great honor and what a great job that you guys do. Like Chair Merrill said, it is a little nerve-wracking for us because we're thinking, you know, gosh, did I miss a deadline? So, so thank you guys for being here, and thank you for what you guys do as well. Again, thank you to all of our staff. Appreciate all the effort that you guys put in. This has been a short meeting, but I think that we've accomplished some good things. So thank you.
No law against that.
Commissioner Christina Helms. Okay. Commissioner Clancy Balcom.
I'd like to say ditto to Commissioner Helm's comments. I really appreciate all the work the staff puts into these different efforts. I know I've been in the mix a little bit with Andrew Balcom and with Alan Aldridge and the whole team over there, and they really put in a strong effort, a full measure. So I'd like to tip my hat to those gentlemen and to Ron, and so glad to see things move forward for the McGee Corporation. So, other
Absolutely.
than that, that's all I have.
Okay, I would like to echo, congratulations again to the Union County Board of Elections. We can joke about this because, we consider you friends, and we thank you for all you do and helping guide us in, sticky territory from every now and then, but,
Stay
we.
right on.
December's coming. So, at any rate, congratulations again. You know, I know other areas of our country are often, you know, pointing fingers and talking about different boards of elections, but I know here in Union County, we're in very, very good hands. So thank you for everything you do for all of our voters and for those wishing, you know, intending to run for office. You take very, very good care of everyone, so thank you. We're very fortunate. I want to clarify, I want to go back to the county manager. So, so without a state budget right now, has our staff, I know we do not have anyone representing Union County or, you know, working on our behalf as a lobbyist to give us information. Have you spoken to anyone to get any type of feedback, you know, where we are? I know in years past, county budgets have not been accepted by the former governor, and then single items such as teacher raises and stuff have been taken in years past that were never approved by the governor for teacher salary raises, and that's not the prerogative of this board. But are you getting any feedback? You know, are we going down that path again? You know, what are you hearing as to the potential of the new governor, Josh Stein, approving or not approving, you know, a budget? So I assume we're operating on last year's budget.
Yeah, with some modifications.
Okay, what are those modifications?
I couldn't tell
Okay.
you. I know that they had adopted some minor changes, I guess, sort of a stopgap, but not a full budget. And
Okay.
my understanding is they were considering a mini budget. What that definition means, couldn't tell you. Is that half the items, 25%? Don't know. I do know that there was some discussion by the legislature to meet and potentially look at adopting a mini budget. I do not know where that is going, have not gotten any feedback from our legislators on that at this point in time. And our association, honestly, I've not heard them comment on anything they know at this time.
So I think what I would like, on behalf of this board, is to find out what those many things that were approved that are different from last year's budget. I would really like to understand better, what those stop gaps were and what was funded. And I'd like to know where the teacher salaries, fall in that, because I think there is, you know, a lot of questions around, you know, if the state budget is not being adopted, then, you know, what is being taken care of above last year's budget. Because I have spoken with, you know, some of our Union County delegates, and, you know, they have supported things like, you know, teacher increases, and I know this board has supported and really encouraged, you know, the county supplement to be activated. I really don't want county tax dollars tied up waiting on, you know, state mandates. I really want to take care of our Union County people who are, you know, on the job doing their work. And I know that by state statute, we can't make someone or another board do what we want to do. But we can strongly recommend that, you know, county supplements and county dollars be spent on county employee, you know, people in the county that are doing the work. So I'm hoping that we can get rolling on that.
We will work on getting you some clarification on the state's budget. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Are there any other comments? Okay, with, yes.
I neglected to add in my comments. Previous meetings, members of this board have mentioned their support for the county as a financial backdrop for our school, particularly the school system, in case of any kind of shock event, a financial event, if and when a budget is passed, that their enthusiasm for continuing to serve as a financial backstop for our school system. And I would like to lend my support as well for any type of unforeseen shock loss, if and when we do have a partial or a full budget, and there's an opportunity for the county's resources to play some kind of role to mitigate that shock initially, so that our school system can try and move forward with the supplements and capital projects with some degree of confidence that the county, we have your back to mitigate any of these unforeseen financial shocks, to try and, so that you know that we are there, so that you can move forward with some hope of consistency in the remainder, what remains of this fiscal year.
And with that being said, Commissioner Sides, you know, we're at the end of 2025. So if we do not, you know, if the Board of Education does not take care of the county dollars for the county supplement, then that means we're moving into December or January, and the county supplement was at number 37. So if we do not take care of that now, sitting and waiting on a state budget, then I suspect we'll drop much lower than number 37 in the next budget. And given that the board said that this was their number one priority for this school year, you know, I would like to see it taken care of now and not in 2026, and to use a county supplement for state unfunded mandates, whether it's insurance or whatever else. I just want to stand by, you know, our Board of Education and our superintendent and take care of teachers and leadership that has resulted in Union County Public Schools being the number one performing school district in the state of North Carolina out of 115 school districts. So let's take care of Union County with Union County tax dollars for a Union County supplement, and let's don't delay anymore so that we continue to drop. Let's use the county tax dollars for what it was intended to do for their number one priority. Commissioner Helms, did you have something?
Well, I'll just say that, you know, again, going back to this particular issue, you know, this gives us an opportunity to increase that supplement 2 years in a row. And
Years prior to.
yeah, and I don't know that that's been done in an awful long time. And so, you know, it is an opportunity. I think that you kind of hit the nail on the head there when you said these are, you know, county tax dollars paid by the county residents for county teachers. And so, you know, with that in mind, there's other avenues, and this has been discussed, but there's other avenues to fund unfunded mandates. And there's other things that we can do with working with our state partners, our state legislators, you know, to find solutions there. So, you know, again, I'm hopeful that that we can, you know, work with our educational partners and get that supplement out before 2026. Thank you.
Otherwise, we just continue to drop. And if the county allows, if the Union County Board of Education chooses to use the teacher supplement increases for state issues, then, you know, we're just going to continue to hurt our Union County teachers when I think we would be better off joining forces and letting the state insurance and all of the other state issues, if they fail to fund it, then let that be a state problem, not a Union County problem. I know that's easier said than done, but you have county commissioners that will support you with unfunded mandates. But let's take care of our teachers. So if there are any other comments or questions? Yes? No? I'll make a motion to adjourn. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Good night, everyone. Thank you for being here.